You entrepreneurs, today we have a fun one. We have chapter 1 with Christine and Alexis. They are hairstylists. Don't call it a salon. It's hairstylists, all right? They do body. They do the whole 9 yards. They're locals in Oceanside, California. Take a listen. Please subscribe. Please tell your friends.
Welcome to the road to growth, success of an entrepreneur.
We've raised the bar.
Learn firsthand from successful business owners and create your own path to success.
I'm going to show you how great I am.
It's time to hit the road to growth with real estate agent Vinny SD.
Hi, you entrepreneurs. Today here with Alexis and Christine at Chapter 1 Hair and Body Lab. How you doing, ladies?
Good. How are you?
Yeah. All right. So tell me a little about, and I'm not going to call you Salon because I don't want you to choke me out, but I had to throw it out there. All right. So tell me a little about your business.
We pretty much are a one-stop shop. We do everything. We do hair, we do body, we do face, we do it all. And we also are in the community too. Like we do events where we'll have like salsa and sangria here or yoga and mimosa. So we're not just about hair. We're about the whole thing, all of it.
Okay. And you guys have a very, if you don't mind saying, very unique, very, I guess, trendy would be the word, something like that, style here? Or is that a bad word?
No,
I love it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's cool.
Okay, so
We're
no,
cool.
if you guys haven't been here, you want to take a look on their website or take a look in person for Chapter 1 Oceanside. But is that your guys' style? How did you come up with this?
It definitely is reflective of us. Everything in here is either hand built or refurbished.
Okay.
And then the extra pieces with the gold and
You're good.
Pink.
You're good.
and the pink, we get that from a client. So everything is very hand picked.
Okay. And so who's the real decision maker?
I come up with like options and then I let Alexis.
What do you think? What do you think?
Yeah.
Is right? Yeah, let's go. Or
I
no.
feel like anything in life there needs to be balance. So
Yeah.
Right.
So where do you guys come up with the idea to be a full service hair, body, all that kind of stuff, massage and all?
Well, in Oceanside, there really isn't anybody that really like has it all, or
Okay.
at least we didn't think that have the full potential of everything. And so that's why when we started, we really wanted a big enough space to really have it, have everything. But our main focus is on education. Like that's why we wanted a space this large, was so that we can bring in our salons in the area and really have everybody level their game up, all
Okay.
of it, not just us, because we know that if the salon down the street charges more,
Yeah.
I can charge more.
Yeah.
And so our whole vision in starting this place was really to get the community together, all of the salons in the area, and bring in big education, bring in those top ones that you have to go to LA or San Diego. We
Yeah.
wanted to bring it here in Oceanside.
we are really unique location. We're the last city in San Diego, really, and having the train station right literally behind us,
Yeah.
anybody can come here. Like there's no reason why someone can't. Why should we travel 45 minutes to an hour for,
Yeah.
education when we can host it right here?
So when you talk about education, what does that mean? What does that entail?
A little bit of everything. I mean, in our industry, obviously things that are on trend, so like balayage, and then also like the business side of it, because we feel like that's like the piece that most people don't get. I
Yeah.
can teach my grandma how to cut hair, but if you're not smart on the business side,
Yeah.
you're going to fail.
Wow.
And most people get into this industry because they do want to be their own boss and they do want to set their own hours, but you have to have discipline, and nobody ever teaches you that, especially if you've never had like a job. If this is like your first, I'm going to start this as my career, you need that guidance. So business is another huge one that we like to focus on. But again, just everything, all of it, education about everything.
Okay. So how did you guys come up with that idea? Because it's very unique. Like a lot of places like yours, I would assume it's just you're getting your haircut or you're getting your eyelashes, you're getting that. Like you guys are bringing a whole new twist to the market.
Right.
We had different careers before this,
Okay.
so I think our past jobs essentially is what they were. They weren't really career so much. There was always something missing. So when you start doing hair and you are doing a good job of it, you start making a lot of money.
Yeah.
But what do you do with it? It's a common joke. Hairdressers always have Starbucks, but am I allowed to cuss or no?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Okay.
Go
If
somewhere.
you spend $5 every fucking day, what are you doing with your money, bro?
Yeah.
Okay, so you
Invest
live.
that.
Yeah,
Yes.
you live at in your mom's basement, but you drive a Range Rover. Nobody gives a shit.
Yeah.
Like, okay, cool. What are you really doing?
Yeah.
So
And then they never retire. Like, you don't hear of a
Oh.
hairdresser retiring ever. Like,
That
it
was
just doesn't happen. I'm like,
the
that
main
ain't me.
motivation.
Fuck
Oh,
that.
wow.
the main
Yeah,
motivation.
it just doesn't happen.
Yeah. I never
Like
thought-
anyone can think of like a hairdresser. You're like, tell me one that's retired.
Yeah.
Tell me.
Yeah. No, that's so you saw there was something new to the market. You saw that there was an issue. Like if you just did what everyone else did, it was going to get you somewhere, and
Right.
you decided, okay, got to
Switch
make
it
a
up.
change, got to switch it up a
Yeah,
little
right.
We have a craft and we work with our hands. So
Yeah.
eventually your hands give
They do,
out. It
yeah.
doesn't
Yeah.
matter if you're a carpenter, if you're a painter. It's like you have to plan accordingly.
Yeah, and a lot of people, like you said, a lot of people don't.
Mm-hmm.
So that being that you guys did such a twist to the market, I'm assuming there's hiccups on the way. Like,
Yep.
The main thing is just do it.
okay,
And we laugh about it because every time we go to a new class or we meet a new person, because if someone's better than us, we're not like, oh my gosh, they're a competition. We're like, can we have coffee?
yeah,
Can we see how you did it? Show me.
yeah. No, there. Well,
Yeah.
the idea is I know I say this a lot. Most people have this idea of scarcity, right? And you guys, or you ladies, are talking about from abundance, saying that if this person over here has good information, let me hear from you. Like we
Yeah.
can help each
Right.
other out. There's enough
Exactly.
business out there for all of us.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And,
And-
even like the pushback too that we've been getting, that's like the one thing where it's like we want to drop that. Like if we could just all unite as one, it would be amazing. But the pushback has been the other struggle where we feel like let's just get along. You know, we're
Yeah.
here. We want to help everybody. We want to help everybody succeed. We're not about like breaking people down or anything like that. We really want to just elevate everybody.
Yeah. No, and that makes sense. So how many by having that mindset, how many people do you stay in contact with? How many other salon not salon, but how many other hair people and body
Yeah.
people do you stay in contact with?
I would say it's the biggest pushback has been in Oceanside and
Oh, wow.
Carlsbad.
Okay.
And that's as we talk to people that are bigger names, that are more successful, that are on main stages at hair shows, they will all tell you that your hometown will fail you.
Wow.
They can be sold out everywhere in the United States, but the moment they go to their hometown,
Yeah.
no one's fucking
yeah.
signing up.
It's crazy.
Wow.
And-
Why do you think that is, or what do they say that is? Do you have an idea, or is it just
I mean, competition. They're scared that here's somebody that's successful or that I see successful, and you know,
I think
the
people
pride
are
gets in the way.
afraid to pat someone on the back
Right.
and be like,
Good
hell
job.
yeah, you did it.
Right.
Yeah.
That doesn't still, I can still do it.
Yeah.
But hey, let's go have coffee and let's figure out how
All of
you
us
did
can
it.
do it, right?
Yeah.
So besides changing the idea that you can help each other out and changing the idea of how a hair body place actually works, what other struggles have you guys or ladies have overcome?
Self.
So
Yeah, I get in the way. I mean, I'm always my hardest critic, always. And my whole thing that I'm getting over is the fear of it has to be perfect. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be perfect. Just do it. Like that's why we laugh about it, because every single time I'm like, just do it. Just do it, because that's what I hear from everybody. Just do it. So
Yeah.
it's something that I know I personally struggle with, is just dropping that. Like it's okay to not look perfect. I think it has a lot to do with like our society, you know, with like social media and all that, where it
You're getting
has
passionate.
this,
Like,
right? I mean, it has this thing where you feel like almost like you have to be. If not, then you're not status quo.
Yeah.
So that whole like dropping that has been my struggle.
My struggle definitely is that I feel like I'm a hard worker.
yeah.
Like I love shoveling horse shit. I love like irrigating like
Literally.
farms. Like I really love I love hard work. So when things get easier, I have a hard she always tells me, she's like, you know you deserve this, right? And I'm
Yeah.
like, don't cry. But like today I woke up and today was the first day that I woke up and I was like, I don't owe anybody shit and I deserve this.
Yeah.
And when I came in, she looked at me, she goes, you know you don't owe anybody anything. And I was like, ah, you're right. The soul sisters are communicating in our brains. Night. But it really is, because a lot of people, I've had pushback for so long that I do deserve it, and it's okay to deserve it, and it's okay to do well, and it's okay to grow. Because the more you grow, the less people are going to be around you. That whole cream on top thing.
Well, I think it's a subconscious thing that you like. Sometimes you tell yourself, okay, I don't deserve this, I don't do it, and then you start telling yourself you do deserve it, and you change the way you look at things. And like there was actually a attorney I was talking to. So he was in the business for a long period of time, and he had this mindset that he would just barely make by. And then finally he started going to these classes, and now every night, he still does it to this day. He's been in the business for 40 years, but he does it to this day. He thinks of a money tree, and he shakes a money tree, and he gets all the money, puts it in a barrel. Yeah, it's like, so he does that every day and every morning.
He
He
makes
goes,
it right on himself.
so he's just changing like his subconscious
Right.
over time so that you do deserve it.
Yeah, right.
Like,
And
so,
it's okay.
right.
yeah.
It's okay.
And it's okay. Yeah.
so what drives you? You both have a strong passion. What drives you to keep pushing, keep fighting through?
Is there another option?
Right.
Well, you see a lot of people, they just give up because
Yeah.
it's so stressful. There's a lot of people out there that they give up and
I
they
don't have it in my bones.
yeah. Okay.
And I
Yeah.
hate it sometimes. I'm like, why
Why?
can't
How are they okay with that? Just doing nothing. Like, what is wrong with you?
why can't I just go work
Chill.
the front of a
Right.
hotel from 9 to 5? Like, why just Christine just shut up and just, that's a lot easier.
yeah.
We go to schools and we ask them, like, what are your biggest goals? And when they raise their hand and they're like, I want to own a salon. And they see me and they're like, so what's it like? And I'm like, well, I think I cried myself to sleep for about 365 days, and I drank a bottle of wine about a third of those.
Oh wow.
So there's that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Other than that, we're
But
good.
other than that, it's great.
Yeah.
You get over that hump.
What's a good bottle of wine for depression?
Yeah.
Andre, no.
It needs to be red. Yeah.
Very
And
right.
at one point, you just don't give a shit.
So
For me, my passion and like my drive, I have little kids, so I
Yeah.
mean, my daughter's looking up to me. That's kind of what switched me in my life. Is after I had my daughter, I had these little eyes looking up at me, and I didn't want her to be nothing like me. I wanted her to be just like me. So that's like something that drives me every day. Like, no, I got to go harder. I got to go harder. I got to go harder because she's looking at me, watching me what I'm doing. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's me.
that's an interesting way to put it. So the activities you're doing now, that's what you hope your daughter's doing when she gets to your age.
I want it to become a way of life because unfortunately in this generation that we live, working hard and hard work, that's just, you don't see that very often anymore. It's
Yeah.
something that I feel like is going away. Life looks too easy, and it's not. It's hard. You have to grind, you have to hustle, you have to do what you have to do to set yourself up. And
Well, I tell people, especially in our field, we're in the real estate field, and before this, I was in the construction field, and I would see these 70-year-old men. They're pouring concrete still, and you're like, oh my god, and their
Right.
knees are
Right,
hurting,
yeah.
and they're like, if that person can still fight like this, why can't I fight
Right.
like that?
Yeah.
No, everyone can fight like that, but I think it's the idea of instant gratification as
Right.
as years
Unfortunately,
pass
yep.
and all that stuff.
But we always tell each other, we'll look up like, are we there yet? Did we
Are
do
we
it
rich
yet? We're tired.
we're working on it.
So if you ladies could talk to your younger selves or talk to people that are looking to get in the business, what kind of advice would you give your younger selves or people?
Just do it.
Just do it. Just
do
do
it.
it.
Just
And
Nike it.
we heard a really good quote: "Movement doesn't equal progression," because you feel like you're doing these things and you're
Yeah.
doing the right thing, but are you
Right.
moving forward?
Yeah.
No. Then it's okay to be like, "Wow, I was wrong. Let me reevaluate and let's do it again." But I feel like people just keep beating a dead horse, like, "Oh, I'll just hand my card out." Okay, what if someone walked up to you and gave you a flyer to detail your car? Are you gonna give a shit? No, sorry.
Yeah.
Like, where's that connection?
Yeah.
So, and just understanding everything takes time.
Right. That's a huge one.
And hard work does pay off,
Yeah.
and don't burn the candle at both ends.
Yeah. No, I think it's one of those things that it's never a failure if you learn something from it.
Absolutely.
Then
Like-
it's a lesson.
Yeah, it's a lesson.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can change the way you look at it, and so it's what's next for you, ladies? Like, I know you guys are very involved in the community here. You're doing it. What's
Yeah.
next?
We actually have something that we're
Yeah.
so excited
Super
about.
excited
Honestly, about 8.5 out of 10 salons around here are operating not legally or fair to the stylist.
Oh wow.
We were in that position, but we knew that, hey, like that was our choice because we knew that we were going to do something, but we hadn't figured out what it was yet.
And so it's called the Young Professional. So basically, we're bridging that gap between salon life and school life because we feel like that portion in between those two things, people get lost. And if they don't link up with the right mentor, they're going to be burning the wheel burning the candle at both sides. So we really just want to help people who are super serious and like want this as their career and give them an option to have a mentor and link up with somebody that's been there, done that, and showing them the way. And then also for the client, it's good for them because most salons you walk into, you don't know if that person's had her license for 2 days and now she's cutting your hair, charging you $65. We don't think that that's fair for the client either. We want them to know, like, hey, we have a young professional. They're new in the game. Their prices are more affordable, but they got us. You know, they have their mentors there to help them every step of the way if they need it.
Will they be classified as just as a mentee, or are you giving them some kind of name? Young professional or like that?
They are the young professionals, but they have levels.
Yeah,
Okay.
So level 1, level 2, level 3, and then the difference is that then we transition them to be their own boss. No other place is doing that. You're either our commission, which is illegal. Are you sweeping your floors? Are you folding your towels? Y'all need to get paid. Seriously, but no one is,
Nobody is,
because
right.
they just keep doing it. So they get paid, minimum wage, and then they work up hourly until it's time for them. And then we set them up with a tax professional too.
Wow.
So they're learning everything that they need to know
Yeah.
to be a booth runner salon. Right now, even as like for you to go get your hair cut, you can go to Supercuts for $12, or you go to the barber shop and it's $40. So where's that middle ground?
Yeah. Well,
So
the issue I always have with the barbershop is the lines get so crazy long. Like, I'm like,
You have to wait. There's no appointment. Right. So
Yeah.
that's what
One.
it's just throwing it out there.
so the young professional, and then you said 5 levels of it?
No,
4 levels?
3.
3 levels of it.
And then you become your own independent contractor booth renter.
Wow.
So we're basically giving the light in the tunnel. Most people in that setup, they don't want you to go to booth rent because they lose money off of that.
Yeah.
When we're wanting them to, so that we can get somebody else in.
Oh, wow.
So just constantly just turning it around.
So if let's say we're talking in 5 years from now, what do you envision being?
Them in every place, every city, every major city.
Will they have any sort of affiliation with you? Or are you going to keep in contact with them?
Oh,
have like
you mean
a
like our people?
Yeah, the people that you're
yeah,
training and that kind of
eventually
stuff?
We want other chapters. It's called Chapter 1 because it's the beginning,
Yeah.
but not the end.
Okay.
So we want a Chapter 2, Chapter 3, Chapter whatever until, I don't know, Chapter 5,000 would be dope.
But really, in showing other like salons too that taking risk is
It's okay.
okay.
Yeah.
It's fun.
And we have like, you can give me a couple G's and I'll show you how I did it. But it will work for you too.
Yeah.
And that does take trial and error. So right now we have 2 in the program and we're learning a lot.
Yeah.
As they are too.
Right.
Wow. That's so. I'm really intrigued by this idea. So 3 different levels. So does each level a different pricing of what you charge for hair? Okay. So
Absolutely.
So
They get a raise and then their prices go up.
Okay. That's definitely.
And we celebrate it. I think in like our industry, I've been doing it with my license for like 7 years, and I think I've raised my price once. What?
Yeah.
That's
And with all the classes we've gone to, what?
right. Because
Yeah.
people are like, oh, you raised your prices. So I'm like, let's reword this. I got a raise.
Yeah.
That's way more exciting. If you're my client and I tell you, guess what? I got a raise. I think that's more exciting than, oh, by the way, I raised my prices. I know I've only done it once every 3.5 years. You go grocery shopping, nobody tells you, you better buy your eggs a day, bitch, because they're going to be $1 more tomorrow,
Yeah. Well, no, it makes sense if the person has the history in it and they're better than, like you said, they just got their license just a day ago.
Right.
You get what you pay for.
Right.
Right?
But no one
does it. I've never really thought about it. I just like, you assume, okay, they have a license. They're just as good as the next person.
But it's like a driver's license. Yeah, you just got it, but at 16, and, I'm not that great at it, so I'm a bad example. But, you know what I mean? Like, you see someone opening up the door, you're like, damn, bro, you got your license? You look like a baby. You know what I mean? And they've only been on the road for so long.
Yeah.
So, but it's the same thing with hairdressing. Just because you have that license
Yeah.
doesn't mean that you have the experience, and experience is only time.
That makes
Right.
sense. So if there's a hairstylist out there right now that's looking to be part of this program, or even just ask you questions, thinking about being part of the program, how would they reach you? What would be the best way? Want to contact?
Come in, drop by the shop and talk to us. Like, that's our favorite thing.
That is, because it already, that right there just shows us that you are willing to get off your ass and do something. Because people will like call,
Slide into the DM.
Hey, are you hiring? What? You don't even know what my space looks like.
Yeah.
You don't even know
You
what
don't
kind
know
of
my energy.
Yeah.
Wh-
Like, what if we don't like the same kind of music? This is going to be a problem.
What can you give them the address for people listening right now?
1319 South Coast Highway, 92054.
Okay, and then what about for the locals in the area, in the Oceanside area, that are looking to come to your events, or maybe someone just looking to drive to come to one of these events? how would they find about those upcoming events?
Instagram really is the best, most
Okay.
current place. It's the easiest to upload.
What's your tag again?
Chapter 1, all spelled out, HBL.
Okay, so I appreciate all the time, ladies, that you've given us. All you listeners out there, if you haven't got information from this whole episode, I don't think you're listening.
Right. Rewind.
So thanks again, ladies.
Of course.
Stop by the shop. There, it's a fun place to just hang out. You get to meet what's your dog's name again?
Rose.
Rose. She's very friendly. All right, talk to you guys later, entrepreneurs. Please share, please subscribe, and listen.
Thank you for listening to The Road to Growth, Success of an Entrepreneur. Please like, subscribe, and stay connected. Visit www.vinnySD.com.
Yeah, I created a website.
Hope to see you again next week. Team Vinny SD, signing off.